What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I'm going to be continuing my level 1 to overpower level 8 playthrough. In the previous video I attempted to farm for a new shock Lyuda, and I was wildly unsuccessful at that particular endeavor. And so that was pretty disappointing for me, but you know, that's what we're going to be doing in this episode for at least a little bit as well. It looks like we're a little bit over 50% of the way to the next level, and we'll begin to work our way up to level 65 through the two enemies here at the top of Boot Hill. We're getting a good start as far as behavior from the bandit technical goes. He only tried to get right in my way, so that's a pretty sweet start. Okay. Coming around here, we'll try to make it down to the actual Boot Hill area with some efficiency, but driving mechanics not great, and I'm definitely not great at executing them, so oh well. So these guys give like, what is it now, 5,200 experience per kill, which isn't terrible, but I felt like they gave a larger amount relative to how much we needed to level up, you know, the actual required amount of experience between each kill. I felt like they gave a relatively higher amount compared to that, you know, when we were a lower level. And so because it takes so much experience to get, you know, for example, in this case, from level 64 to level 65, relatively it is much more cumbersome to farm these guys for levels than I think it was in the past. I could be wrong on that. They could still be providing the same percent of level up each kill, but it definitely feels slower to me. And perhaps that is, you know, somehow due to the fact that we've been here for so long looking for a shock Lyuda and have not yet been successful. The reason I'm looking for a shock Lyuda right now is because it's the tool I need to make farming peat a lot more efficient, and I want to do that so that I can begin to look for an on-level slag O-negative grenade, and then I can acquire enough Seraph crystals in order to buy an antagonist shield, which are two things that I want. I want the antagonist shield a little bit more than the O-negative grenade, because in all honesty I'd rather have a perfect purple grenade than the O-negative, but that's really hard to farm for. So we're going to settle for the O-negative, but the antagonist is probably my favorite shield. Yeah.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
And we got nothing. Okay. Well, that's just a Varrook, isn't it? Yeah, I don't care about that. Well, there is some sniper ammo over there, though. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay. So we have not yet got a shock Lyuda. I mean, it's really difficult to get one. First, you have to get a Lyuda to spawn, and then you got to get it to spawn in shock element, and there's no way to encourage that either way. There's nothing you can do that kind of would weight that behavior for you. In farming so far, we have found a level 65 corrosive Lyuda, which I'm pretty stoked about, to be honest, but yeah. It won't let me compare it because it's not on my level. That's stupid. But yeah, you can see how much more damage the level 65 does than the level 63, even though the level 63 has the damage prefix, so that's kind of cool. Alright. Wow, and those were some good ammo chests for me there. And we are 60% of the way to level 65. Obviously, one of the goals in this episode is to make it to level 65, but my chief and primary goal is to find a shock Lyuda. I don't know how difficult that's going to be. Perhaps if we make it to level 65 prior to that, we can then take that level 65 corrosive Lyuda over to the Arid Nexus Boneyards and farm there for a little bit in order to take out some of our frustrations. Okay. So Gettel's in, but Mobley's not. I kind of don't like it when they do this, because then sometimes Mobley spawns at like an inopportune time, but we'll figure it out. Okay. He had a pretty mean weapon in that particular case. This guy, oh, now he's spawning. So I'm going to use the vehicle for some partial cover here, but I thought I'd be able to kill him prior to him ever being able to see me, so that worked out. I wish these were grenades instead of shields, but win some, you lose some. The main battle we're losing right now is trying to find this shock Lyuda. I've been at it for a little bit. I guess, you know, getting the on-level fire one and the above-level corrosive one is really, really good, but what we really need is a shock one. And there's always a chance that we could then get a inferior fire one or inferior corrosive one. We could get a non-elemental, which I don't want at all, or a slag one, which I want even less. And so 80% of the potential Lyudas that we could find aren't something that we need right now. I guess a little bit lower than that, because we could potentially get a better fire or corrosive one, but the fire one and the corrosive one that I have are both relatively decent. So even that would kind of be a waste of a Lyuda drop, you know? I would much prefer it just to be shock. I'm comfortable with both the fire and corrosive ones that I currently have, but I'd be way better off if we had one in shock. Okay, so this guy should be coming in. How'd that not slag him? Okay, so he'll back away. Not for long, though. Come here. Alright, I mean, at least we get about 10,000 experience per run. That works out a little bit, but it could start working out better for us if we just got a corrosive, or excuse me, I do not want a corrosive, a shock Lyuda. That would be much preferable. There are grenades in here, thank goodness. Okay. We'll go at it again. Yeah, it's beginning to become a little bit of a bore for me as well. Yeah, I mean, we're almost 70% of the way to the next level, but, you know, we haven't got anything good yet, which is saddening. I would definitely like to find something worth my while here in a few moments, but it hasn't occurred yet. Okay. Doing fairly well with the vehicle so far, and that's good. That definitely makes our farming a little bit more efficient. Yeah, it looked like that one was going to go a little bit wonky on me, so I bailed. Didn't totally deplete his shield, but he'll still die with some quickness. Alright. Still nothing from him, huh? That's aggravating. For certain. Alright, I like to pick up some of the ammo after the kills so that we can hopefully avoid a required pass into the friendship gulag, or possibly worse, a situation where we run out of ammo against the actual enemies. But so long as I can stay at around 50 ammo per run, I think we're going to be more than fine. But there's also these two little ammo chests that I get the chance at every time, so, you know, we got 12 sniper rounds from it that time, so beneficial. Not hugely, but undeniably so at the same time. Okay. Yep, get up there, car. Perfect. Maybe this one will get us close to 3/4 of the way to the next level. That'll be excellent. Well, I can't get critical hits on him, so I'll just kill him like that. I don't think that slagged him, unfortunately. He might be slagged now, though. Perfect. Ah, it's non-elemental. I can see it from here. What a kick in the dick. Alright. I don't even know what that particular... Oh, that's the accuracy prefix. Wow, so that one's pretty bad. Accuracy prefix, Hyperion scope, and non-elemental. That really sucks. See, that's what's really disappointing to me. You know, people go on and on about the joy of finding a rare weapon, when if you're looking for that weapon in a specific variety or flavor, chances are you're going to get disappointed rather than encouraged. So, I don't know, man. I just... it becomes tiresome, you know, to continue looking for this one particular weapon that I want in order to make my future path in the game the way I desire it. I want to farm peat and stuff. That literally just stonewalled me. I couldn't drive through that. Yeah, I want to farm peat. I want to get an antagonist shield. I want to get an on-level O negative. I want to start prepping for Digistruct Peak and then level on up to level 72 without having to acquire new Pimpernels first. And this is kind of the keystone in that particular plan. This level 63 to level 65 Shock Lyuda. That is one of the things that I absolutely need because obviously my Lyuda is very, very shittily leveled at the moment. You guys can go fuck yourselves. And you too, Buzzard. This is why I like to get the truck up there, so I don't have to deal with this bullshit. Whatever. Okay, so we're below health gate. That's something to keep in mind as we round this edge here. I have too much crap. I need to go into the Friendship Gulag and sell some crap. Oh well. Well, that guy's coming in at the very least.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike. Ouch.
Nope. Come on, game. It's getting to be a little bit tiresome. Okay. So we'll go into the Friendship Gulag and sell some stuff, unfortunately. That'll prolong our journey even a little bit further. We are approaching 80% of the way to the next level, though, so that's encouraging. At the very least, I mean, even if we never found a Shock Lyuda, we would eventually approach level 72 like this. So I guess that's good. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff, too. I need to put a star on this one. Perfect. Okay. Got a lot of grenades. If you'll notice, sometimes I try to pick up grenades on purpose. Not necessarily to sell them, but because when you pick up a grenade mod, it does go ahead and give you another grenade in your grenade loot pool, your grenade count, you know? So, like, if I have 6 grenades and then I pick up a grenade mod, all of a sudden I have 7. And that can be an extremely beneficial piece of knowledge in certain fighting scenarios, obviously. It also works for weapons as well. Okay. Hopefully, once we get up there, we're going to find a Shock Lyuda. That would be my #1 goal right now. But I don't know how likely that's going to turn out for us. Seems like we're due. We've definitely been doing this for a little bit at this point. We had better luck at earlier points in the series. Right now I'm having some pretty poor luck with this. Okay. Still having that poor luck, unfortunately. On the bright side, we're getting very close to level 65. We're over 80% of the way there now, and we're going to be a little bit higher pending this particular kill. Perfect. Okay, going again, and again, and again, and again. I really would like to acquire this Shock Lyuda. I very much would. Hell, I would take a Shock Droog, but, you know, there's no place to farm for a Shock Droog, unfortunately. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. You know, maybe there could be, like, a Vladoff vendor somewhere, you know, who only sells Vladoff items. So if you really wanted to save up a bunch of cash and then farm for a, you know, purple item from one manufacturer, like a Snyder or a Droog from Vladoff or like a good muck-a-muck or something, because there's no real suitable, farming place for a muck-a-muck, for example. But what if you really wanted a muck-a-muck? Perhaps there could be some sort of Jacob's vendor. Perhaps not even a machine, but just like a person that you could find in certain areas, and he would have a high chance at carrying, albeit expensive, very good purple versions of, Jacob's weapons and stuff. I think that'd be kind of neat. Okay. You can die. Nope. Come on. Shock Lyuda, shock Lyuda, shock Lyuda. Just something eventually. Because this is not fun, man. And people really rest on the laurels of finding your gear legitimately and stuff. And it's not. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, man. I would much rather just give in a shock Lyuda right now and move on. But that's not what we're doing. We're going to come up here. Hey, you bitch. How does the vehicle stay up there, but I somehow fall off? That's dumb. Okay. Made a fairly swift recovery. We're most likely going to have Deception fully cooled down by the time we'll need it. Yep. And that's going to be excellent. Come on. This is getting ridiculous. All I need is a shock Lyuda. I wish the drop rates were higher, man. This is not entirely fun. Ugh. I've always said, the drop rates are fine once they adjusted them. But, I guess that's because I never really had to farm for my gear. I don't know. I feel like, especially in a game that a lot of people, at this point in its life cycle, are playing exclusively single player or with, one or two friends. They're not really, playing online because the online population of people looking to play with strangers or just people they meet on message boards or whatever is dwindling. Obviously this game is pretty old at this point, so I'm definitely a fan of them raising the drop rate, and I wouldn't be offended if they raised it even higher. Tack on another 5%. It would improve the experience. Some people say they get stoked as soon as a legendary item drops. I mean, if it's a shitty configuration of that legendary, I would much rather not have it drop. I don't see the point in getting a shitty version of a weapon. Okay. Still nothing, huh? I swear, eventually we might find that shock Lyuda, but it's not yet. We've got to be getting close to 90% of the way to the next level. I wasn't watching too closely. Yeah, we're over 90% of the way to the next level, so that's excellent. It is saddening, though, that we have yet to find a superior weapon. I guess I can start using the corrosive one once we level up. It'll still be enough to kill Mobley. Oh, I hate that. Mobley's fairly weak, and so using corrosive will probably... I did it again. Stop that game. Damn. No one wants that piece of shit. Give me the catapult every fucking time. I wish there was a way to set that as a fucking default, because the saw blade technical is literally inferior. Choosing that would be like choosing to play console over PC. It's just so stupid. Just so stupid. Oh, it accomplishes the same function. Sure, it does so in an absolutely inferior way, though. Okay. Come out, you little fucker. This guy's a fucker. He throws good grenades. He has that jumping ability. He ordinarily spawn. Is that fucking slag? Game. Ah. I'm not even gonna fucking acknowledge that. The fact that it can even fucking spawn in slag is offensive. There's like literally a half dozen slag weapons that are worth using in this game. And that's it. That's really, really aggravating. That's bullshit. See what I mean? Finding that orange weapon did not make me happy. That fucking made me livid. I can't understand how someone could be so optimistic that finding that would bring them anything other than anger. You know? Like, that's a shit weapon. That's absolutely fucking useless. I don't know why it exists. That's a real shame. Oh good, we got caught on fire? Thank God. Where would we be without fire damage over time that kills the player in one shot? That is stellar. Excellent. Almost died there. That would have been fucking infuriating. Wow. Thank God they put in damage over time pistols. Yeah, you know what? Every weapon needs a slag variant, and every enemy should carry damage over time weapons. You know, that would truly be the best way to go about this. Luckily, I had Killing Blow there, and luckily his behavior put him right in front of me. We will level up with the next kill, so that'll be wonderful. The fact that damage over time exists on the player is just a cripplingly stupid idea. He shot me like once, and it busted my shield, and then the fire damage over time is going to kill me as soon as Healthgate's protection is gone. That is incredibly fucking terrible game design. Just... I literally don't understand how that made it past QA. You know what I mean? I don't understand how someone could playtest it and not say, hey, what the fuck were you thinking when you gave the enemies the ability to one-shot the player after they've fucking died? With a pistol. A shitty pistol. What are you thinking? Leveled up. No weaponry, though. Okay. Ugh. At the very least, if you kill an enemy that applied a damage over time to you, that damage over time should cease immediately. It should stop. That would be at least one way they could improve upon the incredibly flawed and asinine system that they employ at this particular moment. Whatever. I am just thoroughly disappointed that the game even spawned a slag Lyuda. Slag and non-elemental Lyuda. In Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, those are fucking useless. They probably shouldn't spawn. I shouldn't say that the non-elemental is useless. I use it to bring down the dragons in the dragon fight. And I use it for nothing else. So it's virtually useless. It has one use, kind of like a trespasser. Speaking of, the Trespasser is an absolutely terrible weapon, and I can't believe some people recommend it for ordinary gameplay with Zero. Not just knocking Pete's face shield off, but they're like, oh yeah, it's probably one of the best snipers to use during mobbing. How could anyone suggest that? I don't know. If you'll read some of the Sniper Zero advice on different message boards and everything, there are some people who literally don't know their head from their ass. It is absurd. Like, if you don't know, just don't speak up. Like, don't, oh, I think this is the, I've seen people post that before. Oh, Jacob's sniper rifles, I think, should be the best snipers, so just use those. You know, use the elephant gun or the buffalo or the trespasser, and those will probably be the best. I haven't played Sniper Zero, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, why would you post that? That is, you've done worse than if you would have said nothing. You've actively decided to hurt the person or give them false, misleading information. That's just really, really dumb. Really dumb. I mean, it's not quite as dumb as, like, making a guide that you claim to be fully legitimate and, you know, faking that. That'd be a little bit weird, right? It'd be a great way to be remembered as a hero, though, by a bunch of idiots who don't see drunk driving as a fucking despicable and deplorable crime that is unforgivable when it's repeated multiple times, especially when it results in the loss of innocent lives. Well, I shouldn't say the two people he killed were innocent. I think they were every bit as stupid as he was, probably. They did choose to ride with someone they knew was a absolute idiot and someone who had already been drinking that night and had already been caught for drinking and driving before, but I do believe that they were all fully on board for the fun train festivities they had going that night. You know, I think that was something that they liked to do. I've heard accounts that racing trains wasn't something that they did seldomly. Oh well. Some people are going to get real butthurt about that. And to those people, I give a sincere fuck you. If there's some way that you can possibly, in your mind, objectively defend repeated drinking and driving, you're an asshole. Plain and simple. You're a fuck up in life. If you think, oh, it's just a mistake, he just made a mistake, go outside, find the nearest tree, break off a branch, stick it up your ass, and fucking break it off. If you don't live near a tree, I mean, find something appropriate. Just some long, you know, preferably thick object that you think you could actually insert rectally and fucking break it off inside of yourself. Because if you are not against drinking and driving, you're a fucking piece of shit. Plain and simple. Alright. Let's find these guys. And we're gonna find a shock Lyuda this time. I'm just fucking sure of it. Oh. I was thinking we got lucky enough to catch a damage over time there for a second. I was gonna get rather stoked. Alright, so those transfusion trails should be coming. Excellent. Nope. Still no Lyuda, huh? That sucks. We'll give it another try here. I don't know, maybe I'll just go until I'm halfway to the next level. I'm not entirely certain. I just don't know at this point. I do not know. I think we've been going for approaching 30 minutes now, so that's pretty good. We'll continue. I've been using a little bit of grenades recently. I should get a couple from those boxes because I was at... I think you need to be at around or approximately 1/3 of your total ammo stash for the game to really start weighting those particular drops for you. So if you have a maximum grenade count of 10... which characters do if you're not wearing a stockpile relic or using a skill like Grenadier. You'll have 10 if you have all the SDUs. And so I think 3 is around the point where the game will start kind of weighting grenade drops for you so that you don't run out, hopefully. Obviously, you can run out, but you'll be less likely to, I guess. Yeah, put your head in there. Yeah, push him inside the truck. Brilliant. Where are you at?
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me.
Oh, I was going to switch to the corrosive one eventually. Let's go ahead and do that now before I forget again. Put the fire one there, though, just in case. Alright. Wow. This is just... it's becoming increasingly fun as we go on. It's just getting better and better. The longer that we farm for this without getting it, the more joy that I extract from the game, the more, you know, pleasure I derive from this particular experience, because it's only getting more fun, you know, this whole legitimate farming thing. It's really reaching its critical mass here. It's absolutely enthralling at the moment. I can hardly contain myself. Damn it. Okay.
This is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Hopefully we don't get wrecked by all of these things coming at us. Oh, we did. Wonderful. Luckily I just put on that corrosive Lyuda, huh? Perfect. See, and people ask why I don't fucking walk up this thing. That's why I don't fucking walk up that thing. Good thing I put on that corrosive Lyuda. My forethought is extraordinary. Just kidding, I waited way too long to put that thing on. Okay. Let's see if the corrosive one hits him, and it does. That's brilliant. Definitely a little bit better for this fella as well. Come on, man. It shouldn't be that hard. Shock Lyuda. What do you think I'm killing you so often for? It's getting ridiculous. Ugh. If there was another way to farm it, I would, but there's not, you know? And I really don't understand how people can justify or defend these particular mechanics. Like, I can understand needing the Lyuda body, you know? Like, what if you absolutely needed that unique middle piece of the gun, and then you could adjust parts, elements, and accessories after that? That would be ideal for me, you know? You have to find a Lyuda body, perhaps even an on-level Lyuda body, right? But then, at that point, you can begin to make adjustments to the gun via high cost of iridium and credits, perhaps, you know, either at Marcus or Crazy Earl or something like that. You know, maybe after you've bought all of the ammo SDUs, that's when Crazy Earl opens up his ammo or his gunsmith shop, because he becomes worthless once you have all of the SDUs upgraded, obviously. So, and then it would be, you know, quite some time before that particular option was available to you, because they do, you know, somewhat meter iridium drops. You can't max out all of the SDUs in normal mode unless you really torture yourself, I guess, which, you know, some people probably would. But, yeah. Or you could, you know, join someone's game at, like, overpower level 8, farming the dragons, and then pick up all the iridium there. Is it in? It's in fucking slag again. Oh, but this time we got it with the fucking bladed prefix. Just goddamn. Why? Why? The only reason I picked it up was for the 30 sniper ammo. Wow. So we've gotten 2 slag and a non-elemental in this episode. This absolutely illustrates my grievances with the farming system in Borderlands 2. I don't understand how someone could be a proponent of this, to advocate for this, to suggest that this is how the game should be played. This is not fun. I'm sorry, guys. This is bullshit. I am really, really not a fan of this at all, you know? I'm trying to keep a positive demeanor about this particular brand of bullshit that we're being fed at the moment, but I am beyond it. I can't handle this. Do not like this one bit. Okay. So, there'll be a dude. Yeah, we spawned kind of early this time. That's okay. So we'll get those health trails, and then we'll try to hit this guy, but obviously the vehicle was getting in the way there. Still nothing. Oh, what an asshole, dude. What a prick. Oh, boy. It just... Eventually, it does seem that we would find it, you know? That we'd get that last little bit. of luck and find that shock Lyuda, but not yet, apparently. That is not for us, and it is not for now. We are not that lucky. I feel like I definitely had better luck with this earlier in the series. I don't know why here now in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, where the drops are supposed to be more generous, we're really starting to get kicked in the dick. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I don't really need to farm Pete. I could just go farm the snowman over and over again with my fire one, you know, and we'd eventually get a decent purple shield, you know, most likely. We'd have a good chance at getting that. Theoretically, we could even get a shock Lyuda. I don't know. We'd definitely get a transfusion grenade. I guess that's what I'm going to do, is farm Pete for a transfusion grenade and a shield. It's very possible that we could get a transfusion grenade and a shield from the snowman if we want to go that route. But I was kind of looking forward to farming Pete, you know, somewhat, because we'd already done enough of the snowman farming in this particular series. And yeah, I would like to move on to Pete, you know, and try to get those Seraph items. That's something that I hadn't done yet. It'd be a change in the, you know, crushing sense of ennui, as Tannis would say, that we're experiencing at the moment. Because this is, like I said, beginning to reach just critical mass of, you know, entertainment potential for me at the moment. I'm really, really experiencing that thrill and joy of legitimate farming right now. It is so overwhelming, I can hardly contain myself. Okay. Again. And again. And again. And again. Because this is how the game is played, apparently. This is what people rant and rave about. This is the best part of the game. It's that farming. That looking for that next piece of gear to make the game for you. That's just so incredible. I can really see the appeal of this now. The allure is ever apparent. I can't. This video might be 40 hours long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop it. I might have to go forever. I'll buy a 17 terabyte RAID array and record the longest video ever on this, because this is so addicting that I can't really stop it at this point. So I'm glad that you guys are here for the long haul, because I'm about to go on a 70-hour video game marathon here. I think we got a Varrook there. How incredibly aggravating. Why? Why, I wonder.
Nice.
Why? Ugh. I'm thoroughly disgusted. I'm thoroughly disgusted. Hey, we're 30% of the way to level 66, you know? That's good. 7 more levels from where we're at now to reach level 72, and we're 30% of the way done with one of them, so that's excellent. That is excellent. Alright. I do like it when the vehicle makes it up the hill with relatively little difficulty. That's awesome. Oh, I wish I had execute to really close the gap here. That's something that I kind of... Oh, there it is. That was it. Okay. That was it. Finally. Fucking finally. I bet it's a shitty version of it, but I don't care at this point. Keep jumping over that nothingness, you little fucker. Okay. Where is it? No! You gotta be kidding me, game. You gotta be kidding me. I fucking thought it was fucking shock. Oh my fucking god. You piece of shit, dude. You fucking piece of shit. That is the third slag one we've gotten. I didn't even pick up the first one. You fucking piece of shit. God damn. What in the fuck? Why can that even spawn? The only slag weapons that anyone should fucking use are the grog nozzle, the ruby, possibly the kitten, possibly the slow hand, possibly the hail, and the pimpernel and the slagga. And that's about fucking it. Why? Why can't a fucking slag Lyuda even spawn? That is just so fucking stupid. Wow. 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 I'm so fucking disappointed in the game right now. 3 in a row, huh? Yeah, just give me a 4th slag one, please. There are sycophants that say they like this. What the fuck is wrong with them?
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
I'm just so aggravated. You bitch. One more run and then this is over. I'm done. What a fucking travesty. That's fucking garbage. That is absolute shit served on a plate. With a fork at least, you know. Good lord. That is fucking garbage. Why? That's so stupid. So incredibly stupid. Oh well. That's how the cookie crumbles, man. When you're playing legitimately, you really feel that thrill of finding 3 slag Lyudas in a row. Maybe we'll eventually get the thrill of finding 3 pearls at once. You know, since we are playing legitimately and all. That'll be just fucking grandiose. Game, you disgust me. One more. I wanted to get to 40%. I thought I had it. I thought we were done with this this bullshit. But no, we are not done with this bullshit. The bullshit continues. The bullshit prolongs itself. It's incredible. Oh, man. It's like having dysentery with a bottomless colon. Just, it's ridiculous.
You don't step off, my boys will have something to say about it.
Oh, wow. It's hard to keep the grin off my face.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
You fucker. Why would you do this? Let's get to 50%. Why not? I'll try. I'll give it my best effort. I'll try. I'll do an entire level like this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now I thoroughly understand the appeal. It wasn't until this episode that it really hit me why people think this is so fun. This is... Oh, that's what truly blows my mind, is that there's people out here in droves that think that you shouldn't gib. What assholes. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Your eyes deceive you.
Wow, wow, wow.
Fools you all. I move
That's okay. Shock one coming up. I can feel it now. We're finally gonna get that lucky, you know? The game's finally going to not be a fucking piece of shit and actually drop the weapon that I've been looking for several hours now. Oh, thank God we got another Varrook. Where would it be without that every other run? Thank God. Make sure and pick that thing up. Ugh. Another one. Ah. Just so awesome. Same with the fact that a light runner can actually appear first in the menu for whatever reason. That's a good thing too. That's not just like choosing the PS4 over PC. That's like choosing the PS3 over PC. That's stupid. Light runner. Someone comes in my game and spawns a light runner, they get kicked. Fuck you if you do that. Okay. Game? Why? The last run will probably put us at 50%, so it will be the finale of this incredibly lucky episode where we were able to find so many slag Lyudas, the world's most efficient weapon, and most sought after, because of all the situations where it's useful in. There's literally zeros of them out there. It's awesome. You can think of all the things that you can't do with it, and just pretend that those are things you can do with it, and that's awesome. Then you have a weapon that can do everything if you just think of it as the opposite. So that's really cool. Oh man, let's hit this one more time. Yeah, made it up. That's good. Hey, we even made it up the secondary portion. Let's see if we descend to the church with any sort of skill or efficiency. Pretty bad, actually. I was gonna say not that bad, but pretty bad. Okay. Come here, you little fuckers. Damn it. I did not expect him to jump that far. And, of course, he didn't drop it. Why would he? You know? And there were people that wanted lower drop rates than what it is currently. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, that's that. Another episode, and nothing of value was gained, except for one level. But, gear-wise, got shit. Farmed the entire time for gear, received nothing worth a damn. So, that's really, really, really fun. Someone in that vehicle appears to have a corrosive gun, so that, if I would have caught corrosive damage over time there to bleed out, that really would have been the cherry on top of the cake, so to speak. Or you don't even put cherries on cake, do you? I don't know. Fuck, I'm not a huge cherry fan. Alright. Look at those, we'll get rid of those pieces of shit. Okay. Well, at least now we no longer have the Slag Lyuda or Varrook Plague in our inventory, which, you know, does bring me a little bit of joy, but not anywhere comparable to a fraction of 1% of the joy that finding a Shock Lyuda might have brought me. Instead, I got to experience, you know, the full unadulterated pleasure that is farming legitimately. And I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it as well. I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.